This conference will now be
So when they are sending a post method, we have to route to one process direct consumer. If they are providing put, if they are providing post, so based on that we can route a message to the multiple process direct consumers. So not only for IDOC, there is no limitation for it. We can use
Okay.
any. Okay, I got our organizer access. So let's start today's session. Uh, so let me share my screen. So today we will discuss about a event mesh concept. So what is event mesh? First, what is event mesh and why we are using this? So actually, we also have a in BTP cockpit. SAP is providing the event mesh in a two different ways. So that is a standard event mesh and then advanced event mesh. So standard event mesh that will be one of the service in a SAP BTP cockpit. So let me open. So that means BTP inside of the BTP, we have a one of the service as a event mesh. So that will be enabled by creating the service instance. So if you create the service instance with the proper roles, then we can able to access that event mesh. Standard event mesh from the BTP cockpit. So and also, so it contains the standard event mesh contains some limitations in a BTP cockpit. So that is the reason SAP is occupied. So not occupied. SAP using their services in a Solus. So Solus is an event mesh provider, event mesh system provider. So that means ERP provider is SAP, right? ERP provider like Salesforce, SAP, లైక్ మనకి ఎలా అయితే ఈఆర్పి మల్టిపుల్ వెండర్స్ ఉన్నారో ఈఆర్పి సిస్టమ్ వెండర్స్, సో మనకి ఈవెంట్ మేస్ సిస్టమ్స్ కూడా ప్రొవైడ్ చేసేవాళ్ళు మల్టిపుల్ ఉన్నారండి. లైక్ సోలెస్ అండ్ ఆల్సో ఫ్రమ్ JMS like IBM. So different types of system we have. So SAP is taking subscription. I mean like a SAP is trusting Solus. So they are introduced the advanced event mesh in a SAP BTP as a one of the service. సో అంటే SAP వాళ్ళు ఓన్ గా టూల్ డెవలప్ చేయకుండా ఆల్రెడీ సోల్ తో టైఅప్ అయ్యి, సో దాట్ సర్వీస్ వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ ఇన్ SAP CPI సార్. So here you can see instances and subscriptions. uh, Let me check is so it's not created yet. So anyway, so here you can find that instance here. So we can create an instance. So based on that, we can get so our basis team will create that instance. So based on that instance, you can access this standard event mesh. So by using this standard event mesh, you can create a queues and topics. So what does mean by queue? So queue means I already previously explained, right? What does mean by queue? So same concept. So we already created with a JMS queue. So here you can see. Let me show you that. So here we created this JMS queues here. So what is the difference between these queues, these JMS queues, and then advanced event mesh JMS queues? So for example, so I placed oh, some messages in this one of the test queue. So this test queue cannot be directly accessed by third party systems. So that means this test queue cannot be accessed by directly from the third party system. So if the target system, I mean third party system, wants to connect with this queue directly, there is no option. We have to configure in CPI one integration flow that sender JMS adapter will trigger the message to the receiver system. So there is no direct consumption from this internal JMS queues in SAP CPI. So this is for a temporary storage purpose inside of the CPI. So the third party systems cannot directly connect with these JMS queues. So this is the disadvantage with these JMS queues. And also I explained, right, that a standard event mesh contains some of the limitations. So that is the reason the SAP is a tie up with Solus. So the Solus is providing the services like how to create a queues, how to create a different types of like Solus will provide a different types of services inside of it. So here you can see this is the solus.com, solus.com. So here they are providing some of the free services. So here you can say get so Solus is a Solus pops up plus. So what does mean by Solus pops up plus? So here Solus inside of that we have a one of the service that is pops up. So here get pops up plus for free. So here just you have to, so once you click on it, so they are providing this software on cloud and on premise. So I request you to go with the cloud. So get start with cloud, just click on get started with cloud. Start. So here you can provide it is a, it will ask for a work email, but not required. You can use this one only, like work email only. So here you can say what I'm doing is sapcpi098@outlook.com. So just I'm using outlook.com. First name you can make it anyway like a SAP, and a last name CPI. Just the company name you can use anyone. So like a TCS, I am placing TCS. The phone number you can make anything like that. You can make any number for testing purpose. So just you can place developers and you can make any. So I'm using this trial 2. So you can select become a Solus certified. That's up to you. So you can maintain your password here. So I'm maintaining my password here. So like this you can subscribe to this account. So once you register, once you sign up, you will get a some email. So passport must be matched. So you will get a email alert to that particular email. So let me write. So see, now it is logged into the our Solus PubSub system. So this is the home page of the PubSub Plus. So here you can see different types of options we have. So here you can see. So so here this is the designer event portal, and then this is the catalog. This is the runtime event manager. But we will not work on these concepts. We are going to the cluster manager directly. So we are not familiar, not that CPA developers will not able to do any of these configurations. So here you can see this is the cluster manager. So let me open the cluster manager here. So in this cluster manager, you have to create one service. So inside of these services, we can create a queues and topics. So create service. So you can place any of the name here. Emacs underscore SAP. So that's so I'm placing the service name as a Emacs underscore SAP. That service name will be created by, I mean, in real time, the service name created by based on the data or based on the something else. So based on the project landscapes, we will provide this service name here. So here, like మనం SAP CPA ట్రయల్ టెనెంట్ BTP కాక్పిట్ చూస్ చేసుకునేటప్పుడు సో మనం AWS లేకపోతే Azure అని సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నాం కదండి. సేమ్ వే we have to select this one. So here Amazon Web Services I am selecting. So we have to select our nearest location. So here you can see this is India, right? So India, what will be the nearest location for us? So we have a Mumbai here. So here you can select Mumbai. So then click on OK. That means whatever we are creating the data, so in this service, whatever the queues, whatever the topics, whatever the data we placed in this service, that will be stored in this cloud server. So that is Mumbai placed cloud server, the data will be placed. So here this is the advanced configuration. If you want, you can change the service name here. So this is not mandatory here. So the customer name, if required, you can maintain the customer name here. So remaining all are same. So this is the software. So just click on this create service. Just click on create service. Once I create a create service, it might take a 2 to 3 minutes of time. And also see, we are getting some suggestions how to create a queue, how to create a topic and all. So it might take a few minutes of time. Let's wait, or else let me open my previous tenant. So let me check. So that service will be created within 2 minutes. So meanwhile, let me log in with my previous account. I already created the service. సో జస్ట్ ఏం లేదండి, దీంట్లో మనం ఫోకస్ చేయాల్సింది ఏంటంటే హౌ టు క్రియేట్ ఎ క్యూ, హౌ టు క్రియేట్ ఎ టాపిక్, అండ్ హౌ వీ కెన్ ప్లేస్ ద డేటా ఇన్సైడ్ ఆఫ్ ద టాపిక్, and how we can read the data from the topic from the CPI. That is the main intention here. So no need of all options awareness. So here we have a different type designer catalog. So no need of all this. So here, see, I already created the service in this account with the test underscore CPI. So see, still it is taking time. That is the reason I'm using all one here. So here you can see, once the service created, the service will be shown like this, test underscore CPI like this. So if I click on it, so it will go to this manage messaging activity. So here you can see these are the connections we can able to make. So here AMQP, MQTT, SMF, and then REST and web. So that means we can connect with this services. I mean like these queues by using these type of protocols, got it. So here you can see this is the connect. So this is Solus messaging, Solus web messaging. So for example, ఏదైనా జావా అప్లికేషన్ నుంచి కానీ పైథాన్ అప్లికేషన్ గురించి కానీ ఈ క్యూస్ కానీ ఈ సోలెస్ అప్లికేషన్ కానీ కనెక్ట్ అవ్వాలంటే we can use these services. So mostly the backend developers will use this Solus messaging, Solus web messaging, and MQTT adapters use చేస్తారండి. So but coming to the CPI, how we can connect with this AMQP adapter and also with the REST adapter. So see, REST
Okay.
endpoint and
So
AMQP endpoint.
these are transport protocols, message protocols.
Yes, yes. These are the transport protocols allowed by uh, Solus
Event me.
PubSub.
Okay.
Yes, Solus. So these are the transport protocols. These are the protocols will be accepted by Solus. I mean, this event mesh will be allowed. These are the protocols. So,
Do,
but we are focusing on AMQP and then REST.
these are the mostly used protocols. I mean, familiar
No,
protocols.
no, only mostly used, not only these five they are providing. That's all. There is no other file. So in future they are providing one SFTP connectivity also, but still that is in pending only.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are the five methods. I mean, five protocols we can connect with this Solus messaging queues. So here this is status, right? I already discussed the status, and then connect, and then manage. So in this manage, see here you can manage the clients, queues, and then certificates. If I wanted to connect with any third-party system, you can maintain certificates also here. And also see here, this is the SEMP APIs. So like what does mean by SEMP APIs means, by using this endpoint URL, by using this username and password, you can get the details, how many queues are exist, how many messages are there inside of the queue. Like that you can get some information by using this SEMP APIs. So just mostly we will also not use this SEMP APIs. So here our main task is to so queues. So here you can I'm opening the queues, or else you can also click on the open pops up broker message. మీరు ఎక్కడైనా anywhere you can click on it, no issue. So here it is opening VPN. So here you can access queues. So see, these are the queues. So here I already created one queue here. See, test underscore q1. Got it? So let me create a queue. How we can create a queue here? So first, anyone in the class, so anyone know about what is queue and what is topic here? What is queue? What is topic?
Queue means it's a kind of data. I mean, entry and exit. Actually, I know only a few things about JMS.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let me explain you. So
Yeah.
queue is an so first let me create a queue. So first let me create a queue. So forget about the previous queue. So I am creating the queue for uh invoices. So invoice underscore class 10. So just for our understanding, I created a queue with a invoice underscore class 10 name. So see, just so here you can see some of the advanced options also. Mostly I've so based on our requirement, we can change some of the options like size of the messages, and then TTL, so that messaging queue. So that will be configured based on our configuration and our custom configuration based on the client. Otherwise you can click on apply, so it will simply create a queue. So these are very simple steps we can follow. So here the queue is created, there is no issue. So but for placing the queue, so here you can see this is the summary of the queue. So 0 messages came, incoming rate, messages per second, how many messages are coming, outgoing rate, how many messages are consuming every second. So like that you can find these details here. You can find these details here. So see here, once so this is the settings. So previously while we are configuring, we found settings, right? That settings, if you want to change the settings, you can change the settings here. Any of the values you can change here. Here subscriptions. So subscriptions is nothing but a topics. Got it? Subscriptions is nothing but a topics. So that means one queue contains a number of subscriptions. Got it? So one queue contains a number of subscriptions. So here you can say subscription. So like I am placing a test slash the queue. I mean topic name should be like this only. So like a test slash class 10. So just for our understanding, I placed the test slash class 10. So see, and also I am placing test slash invoice. So next I am creating test slash order. So test slash order. So see, I created total 3 topics here. So it is these are called as a topics here. Test slash invoice, test slash class 10, test slash order. So these are the 3 subscriptions. So that means 3 messages we have here. I mean 3 topics we have. So queue means queue means it contains number of topics inside of it. So while placing the messages inside of the queue, while placing the messages inside of the queue, we will use this endpoint, test slash order endpoint. So that means, so one system will send this order details into this invoice class 10 queue. One system will send the details to the invoice underscore, I mean invoice slash, I mean test slash invoice endpoint, and one system will send messages by using this topic test slash class 10. Got it? That means 3 systems can able to send. So that means here 3 endpoints are created. So let me show you how we can place the message. So this is the subscriptions, right? So this is subscriptions. That means here test slash order, test slash invoice, test slash class 10. So how we can place the messages inside of this queue? So by using this topic names. So see here, previously I shown you connection details, right? So here we have REST. So by using REST, so here you can see this is the public internet endpoint URL. So you can take, so here once you open this service, here we have a REST. So in that we have a public internet endpoint URL. So let me open Notepad to show you how to generate the endpoint URL. So here we have to manually create this endpoint URL to place the messages inside of the queue or topic. So see, so this is the endpoint URL of a public REST API. So public REST API. So this is the username and password. But we already created this one, right? These topics, right? So let me take this topic. So here, after this REST endpoint URL, we have to place this test slash invoice. Test slash invoice. So after that, we have to place test slash class 10, right? Class 10. So after that, test slash order. So that means by using this endpoint URL, you can connect with this topic. So how we can place the message? So let's go with the invoice first. So you can use the post call here. So you can use this post call. So let me open that. Let me create a new request. So see, I'm placing this endpoint URL here, and I'm using post call here. I'm using post call. So same, and so like here I'm using base authentication. So where we will get a username and password, I already shown you where we will get. So here you can see in the REST API itself. So here the REST management we have, right? So this is a Solus Cloud client. So how I will also show you how we can create a custom user also. So అందరికి అన్ని థర్డ్ పార్టీ యూజర్స్ కి ఇదే పాస్వర్డ్ ఇదే యూజర్ నేమ్ ఇవ్వలేం కదండి. I will also show you how we can create a custom message also. So here this is body, right? This is raw. So you can place some of the any of the text message here. So where it is XML. So see, let me take this XML. So just for our understanding, I take this XML here. So now let me trigger the data. So see, this is the endpoint URL provided by the REST API by the Solus PubSub. So this is the topic endpoint URL. So this is the topic endpoint URL. So let me trigger. So see, I got 200 successful response. See here, how many messages are there in the queue. So not this one. We have to open this one. So see here, we already opened it. In the summary, how many messages are there? One message are there. So if I trigger other message, the count will be increased there. So see, two messages I triggered. So it will not normally refresh. So now see, it just two messages are came to the picture. So you can see the messages here, queued messages. So see, these are the queued messages. So but you cannot see the data here, but these are the queued messages here. So if I send other message to the other topic, so for example, I am sending the data for class 10. That will also act. So see, I got 200. So let me refresh here. See here, if I go to the summary, so three messages are came. If I go to the message queues, the three messages are came. The message ID is 2, 3, 4 like this. See, it is creating 2, 3, 4 like that. Got it? So this is the messages we can place by using CPI. So here you can see the same way by using REST API. By using REST API, you can place the messages inside of the queue. So like receiver HTTP channel uses it, you can post the messages to these queues. So even we are connecting with the queues, it is supporting HTTPS protocol. So if I am using order also, that messages will come to the same queue. Got it? So here, so order 200. So total 4 messages are there in CPI. So see, total 4 messages are there.
Chandra, here the
Yeah.
messages queued means just now what we are doing, we are writing the messages into the
Yes,
queue.
we are writing the messages inside of the queue.
Okay, here serial number wise it is showing now. In the message queued we are able to see after, I mean, the starting number is a
This one
2,
only,
right?
na? This one, na?
2, 3, 4 like that it is coming.
Yes, right. So see, first message is contains one. So because why it is coming from two is I already have a one message in the previous queue. So see, this is the
Oh,
this
okay,
message
okay,
is coming from one. So that is the reason it is coming as a one.
okay.
Yeah. So this is the way we can write the message inside of the queue. So how we can consume these messages? So how we can consume these messages? So by using, let's see. First, what I will do is, so let me create a one integration flow for to test how we can place and how we can write the data instead of. Yes. So let me open the class 10 package. So here if underscore advanced event mesh testing. So just if underscore advanced event mesh testing. So here let me configure. First, let me configure the data we are posting to the receiver here. So like so here we are posting the data by using this endpoint URL, right? The same endpoint URL I will configure inside of it. So here I am using HTTP. So here the connections, the address is this one. So you can also make a dynamic dynamic topic name also based on the data. So here I am using post method. I am using the plain user, basic username, and I mean base authentication. Base authentication. So here I am placing AEM underscore user. So just I have not created that user yet. So just for our understanding, I am getting this AEM underscore user. So here this is done. So now what I am doing is I am using one content modifier here. So in this content modifier, I am placing some data. So see, I am placing this data. So what it will do is it will place the data every 1 second. Like it will place the data every 1 second. So let me place, let me delete this and place a one timer here. So here this is timer, right? So now we also configure this, right? So let me save this. So meanwhile, let me create that username here. AEM underscore user and create this credentials. Let me create that credentials. Let me check the username anyway. AEM underscore user. So AEM underscore user. So these are the previous ones. So let me delete them. So here the username is, what is the username we have to use here? Anyone? Where I place this username? So here you can see I taken this username and password from here. This is the user and this is the password. This is the password. Let me deploy this. So see AEM underscore user. So let me save this and deploy this. So that means what this integration flow will do is every, I mean, like, let me configure for every 15 seconds. So for every 15 seconds, it will place the data inside of the queue. So let's see. It is not deployed. Let's see if we have any errors. So see, total 16 and 2 messages got successfully processed without any issue. Let's see the topic name here. So previously we have total 4 messages right inside of it. So let's see how many messages are there. So see 7 messages. The count will be increased every 7 seconds. I mean, so see every 15 seconds. So that means CPI is able to send the data to the advanced event mesh. Clear? So simple and just ఏం లేదు ఇక్కడ. సో ఈ ఎండ్ పాయింట్ యూఆర్ఎల్ జనరేట్ చేసుకుంటాం అన్నదే ఇక్కడ మెయిన్ పాయింట్, అండ్ హౌ టు క్రియేట్ ఎ టాపిక్ అండ్ హౌ టు క్రియేట్ ఎ క్యూ అనేది ఇక్కడ మెయిన్
Chandra,
మన.
once what is queue and what is topic? Actually, I
Yeah,
didn't get clarity. Yeah.
yeah, sure. So see, we are placing the data inside of the queue by using topics and so with a queue we cannot place actually. With the queue we cannot place actually. But by using a topic we can place the data. We can place the data. So once I shown you the consumption also, how to consume the queue also, that time you will get a clear idea. Okay. So that time I will clearly explain again. Okay.
Okay.
So once we consume, so now we are able to place the data, and that means we are producing the messages inside of the queue. అంటే మనం క్యూలో మెసేజెస్ ని ప్లేస్ చేయగలుగుతున్నామండి. సో that is called as a producing the data in the queue. So now what I am doing is, so here you can see we have these many messages, right? So 13 messages are generated. So now what I'm doing is, now I have to read these messages to the particular receiver. I have to read these messages to the particular receiver. So for that I am using AMQP adapter. Got it? So AMQP adapter. So see here. So I'm not
Chandra, how can we make that in the HTTP receiver HTTP adapter? We have given the URL, right? Like how can we make that dynamic one? Like yeah, that how the
yeah.
test and test slash order is there, right? We can make dynamic one, right? How can we make that? Like,
Yeah, here you can see this is test slash order, right? So
yeah.
constantly I'm sending this information every time. So in this requirement for your understanding, so I'm constantly taking this data. So previously for go rest we make it as a one header, right? So like a dollar curly brace, based on the
Header dot
source data you can define yes, header dot some type. So if it is an order, then we are going to the order header. I mean, test slash order will be placed in that header. If it is an invoice, that invoice header will be placed in that header. If it is an I mean, for example, we created class 10, right? If it is an a class 10 message, then we will make it as a test slash class 10, like that. So same configuration we can use a many, I mean REST API మనం go REST API యూస్ చేసినప్పుడు ఎలాగైతే వాడేమో సేమ్ వే we will use it, that's all.
Okay, okay, okay. Got it.
So see, so like this we can place messages inside of this receiver. So let me create a new integration flow to test AMQP settings. AMQP test. So see, let me open this one. So here AMQP contains, so this is the first one, AMQP. So here TCP and webhook. So we have a two types of connectivities. So in that also, if you see here also that AMQP contains two types of protocols here. So see AMQPS. So here, uh, so here let's use TCP first. Transport. I mean TCP trans. So I'm using transport protocol TCP to connect with that service. So here, what is the host and what is the port? So here we already have this details, right? So this is the AMQP connection. So here you have to place this. We have to copy this AMQP endpoint URL. So that means host means we have to place only this host. So that means mr underscore up to this cloud dot cloud. That's all. Dot cloud. And you have to place this to this. So now see it is created. So here authentication is always SSAL only. So the credential name you can maintain the same, I hope. So here this credential name is same for all if you see. So AEM underscore user previously create చేసాం కదండి అదే యూస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. AEM underscore user. So AEM underscore user. Connect with a TLS transport layer security తో కనెక్ట్ అవ్వమని ఇక్కడ we are enabling this. So that means see ఇక్కడ నాకు క్యూస్ లో ఎన్ని మెసేజెస్ అయితే ఉన్నాయో అండి, సో సి అన్ని మెసేజెస్ ఇమ్మీడియట్ గా ఈ కనెక్టివిటీ కనుక సక్సెస్ఫుల్ అయితే ఆల్ మెసేజెస్, సో లెట్స్ సి హౌ మెనీ మెసేజెస్ ఆర్ దే, సో 32 మెసేజెస్ ఆర్ దేర్ రైట్. సో ఆల్ 32 messages are will be read by the CPI within 1 second. So see here the consumer is no zero consumers are available, right? So once I deploy this into the CPI runtime environment, it will automatically pick all the files. So let me save this. If you want, you can connect with the one receiver. So based on that, all messages will go to that receiver also. So here we miss some configuration. So here I forgot to configure the queue name here. So see this is host, right? And this is the port, and this is running on internet. We are using authentication as a SASL, and then credential name is AEM user, and we are connecting with the TLS. So let's process it. So here, while reading the message from any of the event mesh system, we have to provide the queue name here. So what is the queue name here? The invoice underscore cluster. So the queue name is invoice underscore cluster. So this is the invoice underscore cluster. So remaining all configurations are default configurations only. So based on our requirement, we will change it. So here I place the queue name. So let me save this. So let me save this and deploy this. Let's see. Mostly we will not get any errors. If we are getting errors, we have to install that TLS certificates inside of the test key stores. Let's see. So see, total 73 messages came. It was deployed within second. The all messages in the queue is written by the CPI. So see here. So see, let me filter for only
Chandra,
this
here
integration.
number of concurrent messages only one, right? In CPI integration. The,
Yes, but it will
but
see.
only it should pick up only one message, right, at once.
Yeah,
But
but that messages are have multiple, right? It will parallel. It will pick the messages. Total see 40 messages we received for this AMQP test. So if I refresh, maybe other 41 messages. So see, if I go to that consumer configuration count, so see, let me refresh this page. Refresh means go to the subscription and back to the consumer. So see, this is the active consumer for this. So message confirmed delivered, 42 messages are delivered to this consumer. So previous గా నాకు ఇది ఉందండి కన్స్యూమర్ లేదు కదా previous గా. So same way you can consume the messages from AMQP. The concurrent messages one ఉంచేవండి, but it will process within seconds అండి. Got it, Raghav? So here within milliseconds the message will be picked from the topic.
yeah, got it.
So see, every second the data will be there. So sometimes it will. So see, within 47 only the 4 messages are received. So 9 1947 only we received total 4 messages. So milliseconds, within a gap of milliseconds we will receive multiple messages. So this is the advantage of the event mesh systems. So why event mesh system is popular is the data will transfer from one system to the other system is very fast. Is very fast. You might think uh, the real time events. So like when you are booking the ride in a Ola or Uber, so immediately it will be informed to the Ola server and also to the rider. I mean, we are rider the captain. So that means that information will be go to the captain and the Ola server also. So to to make this faster communication and a faster event triggering from one system to the other system, you can use this event mesh systems. Mostly we will use for real time scenarios. Real time integration with one user to the other user or one application to the other application. We will use this event mesh system. So same way you can also place the messages by using AMQP adapter also. Yeah.
Chandra,
Here
for real-time events only we will use for this event mesh.
in CPA in SAP na,
Event mesh actually it used only for the real-time events or else.
not only in nowadays the event mesh. So see here, I am a uh, so mostly the event mesh systems are using. So for example, right now in the real time scenario, one of the real time scenario, uh, the the vendor information. If you see the
Yeah.
vendor information is storing in one of the system. Just a second.
Hello. Hi. Tell me, Anne. Hmm? నేను ఇది నాది అవుట్లుక్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది. ఐటీ పర్సన్తో కనెక్ట్ అయ్యాను. చెప్పండి. నిన్న చేయలేదు bro. అది కొంచెం నేను ఇప్పుడు చేసి మీకు కన్ఫర్మ్ చేస్తాను. ఓకే. నిన్న నాకు ఆల్మోస్ట్ చాలా లేట్ అయిపోయింది. యాక్చువల్లీ ట్రై చేస్తున్నాను కానీ నాకు అది సిస్టమ్ ఓపెన్ అవ్వట్లేదు. నిన్న యాక్చువల్గా నేను మీరు చెప్పినారు కదా ఆ కాన్ఫిగర్ చేయడానికి కూడా నాకు సిస్టమ్ సపోర్ట్
Yeah, sorry, I'm back. So here we are discussing on in real time scenarios, right? Uh, so in real time, most of the users are using to replicate the master data to the multiple systems. So here you can see one CPS system is sending the messages to the one topic or multiple topics in a different queues. So that time what will happen is the data will be consumed by the multiple receivers. So for example, see what will happen. I mean, like, what is the advantage of this event mesh system is here. Here you can see, for example, I have created, just a second. So this is the endpoint we are using in this HTTPS, right? So let me open this AAM testing. We are using HTTPS, right, at the receiver side. So let me open this.
Uh, Chandra, for reading the queues in the Solus, only AMQP protocol is used, or any protocol is there?
Any protocol you can use, but CPA will support only AMQP to pool the messages. To pool the messages. But if I wanted to use HTTP REST API protocol, we have to configure the different way, that is a push from AMQP. I mean push from AEM, advanced event message. That means it can push the message to the CPI. We cannot directly pull the message by using HTTP protocol. That is the limitation for HTTP here. So see, got it, Raghav?
Yes, Chandra.
Yeah. Here you can see this is the test underscore order, right? So for example, this order information I would like to send to multiple consumers at the target side. Multiple consumer at the target side. So how we can send the multiple consumers? So see here, this order topic is created here, right? This orders topic is created here. So this was available in invoice underscore class 10. So the consumer is only one consumer can access these messages. So for example, if I have two consumers, the messages will split to the two consumers. Like 30 messages can be read by one consumer, remaining 31, I mean 41 messages will be consumer, other consumer. So that means the messages will not be go parallelly. So that means the active consumer will read the messages. So due to that, what we can do is, so see the test topic, let me create a other topic here. So see, if I create the topic like this, so see test underscore order, right? If I create like this, so see whatever the messages triggering from the source system. So see here, this is two messages, all right? Two messages are created. So CPI is triggering every 15-second one message, right? So this message will be distributed to the two consumers at that, I mean two queues at the target side. So see test and test slash orders, right? So test slash orders. If I refresh this, so previously this topic is available in how many queues? This is test underscore queue, and also it is available in a invoice underscore class 10. So why it is zero means every time the message is here consumed by the consumer. That is the reason it is not taking the message. I mean not listing the message here, active messages. So see here one message counted, right? So if I go to here in the previous test queue, so the message 5 messages are processed here. So that means if you have a same topic in multiple queues, the messages will processed, I mean will be placed in a multiple queues. సో ఈ టాపిక్ నాకు ఏ క్యూలో అయితే ఉందో ఆ క్యూలోకి మెసేజ్ వెళ్ళిపోతాయండి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సేమ్ నేమ్తో నాకు 10 టాపిక్స్లో డేటా ఉంది, 10 క్యూస్లో ఈ టాపిక్ క్రియేట్ అయి ఉంది. సో that time the all 10 messages, so if I trigger one order from the CPI, the this order data will be going to the 10 queues at the target side. ఈ టాపిక్ సేమ్ టాపిక్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటే చాలండి మనం. So that means different consumers can consume the different queues with the one message. Clear?
Chandra, for one queue there should be there will be only one consumer, right?
Yes, one consumer only.
Okay.
Yes, one consumer only. So here you can see this topic, right? So same message, this order information will be available in this test topic also, and this also available in invoice underscore class 10 also, because same topic name we configured here. So this is where we can create and configure this AMQP and MQTT adapters. So let's see. Let me undeploy uh, this active consumer here. So how we can undeploy active consumer? Anyone? So here active consumers. This is a AMQP adapter. So let's see undeploy and deploy. So there is no undeploy here. So let me open. See 168 message processing. So here you can undeploy the message. So now see how we can place the message by using the AMQP adapter. So now previously I read the message, right? Now I'm trying to place the message by using AMQP adapter. So I'm removing this HTTP connection here. So here I am selecting AMQP with the TCP. With TCP. So the connection. So the host and port the same how we configured right previously. So here you can see we can find that host here. AEM underscore user, the username we created right there, that is. So here you can say destination type queue or topic. We have to select the topic and we have to place the topic name here. So here what is the topic name here for us? So let me take the topic name. So this is a test underscore order. So let me deploy this now. So before going to that, let's see the count of the messages in it. I hope
Chandra,
it will create a.
instead of topic, if you place queue,
So we have to place
then
the
it will
queue name
place,
here.
yeah, then
Destination queue name.
it will place the data in all the topics present in that queue, right?
Yes, right.
Okay.
So here you can see I'm using topic name here, and this is the test slash order. Let me save this. Let me deploy this. So let's see the message processing. So it was deployed on few seconds 9:34 45. Let's see after this 34:45, right? C3502. That means it is also successful. So 3502, the latest version also successful. Let's see here. So 24 messages, right? So we place the messages in a forgot. Let me check the topic name order. So here we are getting the details for this order queue. Here also you can find the date here. So here we are getting only 20 entries here. You can make it as 100. So based on that you can make the details. So see 9:35:30, the latest message. It is came from CPI AMQP receiver adapter. But here we cannot see the data inside of the a payload inside of the message. సో మనకి మెసేజ్ ఐడి ఎలాగోండి ఇక్కడ రిప్లికేషన్ గ్రూప్ ఐడి అనేది అలాగా ఈచ్ మెసేజ్కి రిప్లికేషన్ గ్రూప్ ఐడి అనేది RMID అంటే రిప్లికేషన్ మెసేజ్ ఐడి. సో లైక్ దిస్ యూ కెన్ మేక్ కనెక్టివిటీ ఫ్రమ్ advanced event mesh to CPI by using AMQP and then HTTP connection. Clear? Whatever the sender system, even it is a HTTP, even it is a SOAP, even it is an SFTP, even it is a IDOC, whatever the sender system it is accept the data and it will send to the AMQP receiver adapter. That's all. So simple configuration and so while we are configuring this type of configurations, if you face any of the connectivity issues, you can simply go to this connectivity test. So here I am able to directly connect, right? I am not getting any issues. So if you have connectivity issue test, right? So in that we have a AMQP. So you can place a TCP and then host and port and then internet and this valid server certificate required and just click on send. So it will, wherever it is failing, it will clearly show the error. So based on this configuration, you can configure the details here. Okay, let me show you how we can test this in that way. So here this is we are using TCP, right? So here I am using a host this one and 5678 and let me check this send option. So see here it is reachable. So see server certificate chain. So sometimes what will happen is, so we are directly not able to connect with the server due to the certificate issues. So if we are getting that certificate issues, so you can download the certificate and you can upload into the key stores. So how we can
Chandra, here
upload into the key store?
we haven't used any certification, right? Why it is showing like valid certificate something?
Yeah, why it is showing valid certificate required is, so some of the services, so previously the CPI will not able to fetch that certificates automatically while we are calling any HTTPS services. So see, previously also I configured this HTTPS service, right, to place the message in a advanced event mesh. So that time also it is not asked certificates. So the capability is to read a client certificates is automatically done by CPI itself. So some of the services, the custom services only we have to install. Got it? సో అంటే ఏంటంటే ప్రీవియస్గా ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు పిఐలో మీరు హెచ్టిటిపిఎస్ అడాప్టర్ ఏదైనా కనెక్ట్ అవ్వాలంటే దట్ క్లయింట్ సర్టిఫికేట్స్ యూ మస్ట్ ఇన్స్టాల్ ఇన్ పిఐ ట్రస్టెడ్ సిఎస్ ఎన్డబ్ల్యూఏలో ట్రస్టెడ్ సిఎస్ అని ఒక ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుందండి. దాంట్లో కంపల్సరీ మీరు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తేనే యూ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు కనెక్ట్ విత్ దట్ హెచ్టిటిపిఎస్ సర్వీసెస్. But in CPI also initially we have to install the HTTPS certificates in key stores. But now it is automatically taking that client certificates and it is able to connect with that services directly without installing that TLS certificate, TLS, transport layer security. So but some of the services we will get errors. So for that services you can directly download that certificates from connection test and you can add the certificates here. So here you can click certificate and you can use AMQP AEM. Just download it from connectivity test, right? So let me upload them. So see browse. So maybe it was went to the downloads here. Last 2 months. Ah. $427. Why today? So let's do one thing. This is downloaded, right? Go to the folder now. Today only. Yeah. You can extract this. You have to extract this. So here we have a two certificates inside of it. So see, this is for a say Solace.com. So this is a client certificate actually. So let me show you that. So this is the certificate path. So this is the client certificate. This is enough for us. So see, this is enough for us. We can upload this one. So let me copy this path. And you can place the path here. So based on that, we can find that's it. Add. Enough. Now the certificate is added into the CPI. So if we are getting that certificate issues, then only we have to upload the certificates. Otherwise, it is not required. Got it? So see, this is a valid up to August 17th, 2023. So before, I mean, after August 17th, we have to update this again. We have to again update that certificate from our. The support team will take care about that updates. So clear any queries here? So మనకి ఎర్రర్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఆ TLS సర్టిఫికేట్ ఎర్రర్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడే we have to install that certificates, otherwise it is not required, it is not mandatory to install that certificates. సో కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజన్ గా ఉండొచ్చండి, స్లోగా మీరు ట్రయల్ టెనెంట్ యాక్సెస్ చేసుకుని హౌ వీ కెన్ కనెక్ట్ విత్ దట్ క్యూస్ అండ్ హౌ వీ కెన్ కనెక్ట్ విత్ ద టాపిక్స్ అన్నది జస్ట్ ట్రై చేయండి, దట్ ఈస్ వెరీ సింపుల్ ఫర్ యూ. హలో.
Yes, Chandra. Yes.
యా ఓకే ఓకే. సో ఎనీ క్వరీస్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎనీవన్?
No.
Okay, so try this configuration. So I thought I will also cover this OData, but that is very burden for you because this is a new concept, right? AMQP connectivity and HTTPS and advanced event mesh is new for
Sir?
you. uh,
Hello?
yes Rina, yes Rina.
Sir, why we are using integration with the SAP BTP account now, sir? Then why should we use Solus account, sir? For
Yes,
testing purpose, we are
see,
using only Solus.
yeah. Sorry, can you please repeat again?
Sir, we work on the BTP cockpit account now, sir.
Yes Rina, so we are working on BTP cockpit only, but
The,
now integration suite is added one other service. సో అంటే ఏంటంటే అదర్ సర్వీస్ ని ఒకదాన్ని యాడ్ చేసింది, దట్ ఈస్ అడ్వాన్స్డ్ ఈవెంట్ మెష్. సో ఇన్ దట్ అడ్వాన్స్డ్ ఈవెంట్ మెష్ సిపిఐ డెవలపర్స్ షుడ్ ఆల్సో నో దట్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ క్రియేషన్ ఆఫ్ క్యూస్ అండ్ టాపిక్స్. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సి ద సోలెస్ ఈస్ క్రియేటింగ్, సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సి సోలెస్ డెవలపర్స్ ఇది మెయింటైన్ చేస్తున్నారండి. సో యూ హ్యావ్ ఏ requirement to connect with this one of the Solus queue or topic. So మీరు Solus queue గానీ టాపిక్ గానీ కనెక్ట్ అవ్వాలి. సో that time you need the minimal idea, right? What is the Solus queue and why we are using అనేది మినిమల్ ఐడియా కావాలి కదా. సో దాట్ ఈస్ ద
okay.
రీజన్. సో రియల్ టైంలో అయితే ఈ సిస్టమ్ వాళ్ళే ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తారు. సోలెస్ డెవలపర్స్ దాని మీద వర్క్ చేసిన మనకి క్యూ టాపిక్ డీటెయిల్స్ ఇస్తారు, కానీ ఇక్కడ మనకి ఇచ్చేవాళ్ళు ఎవరు ఉండరు కదా. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు గెట్ ద సోలెస్ అకౌంట్ we have to create the queues, we have to create the topics, we have to connect from CPI. So just to learn, I mean just to learn these topics, that's all.
Just for understanding purpose, we are using the
Yeah,
Solus
just
accounts,
for
right?
understanding, and also to know about what is advanced event mesh and what is queue and what is topic.
Okay, okay,
సో వితౌట్ దిస్ క్యూ క్రియేషన్, వితౌట్ దిస్ టాపిక్ క్రియేషన్, నేను డైరెక్ట్ గా అక్కడ క్యూ ఉంది నేను దాంట్లో డేటా ప్లేస్ చేస్తున్నానంటే మీకు అర్థం కాదు కదండి.
okay,
సో దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ వీఆర్ క్రియేటింగ్ దట్ సోలెస్ అకౌంట్ హియర్. సో మనకి జస్ట్ ఏం లేదండి, జస్ట్ మెయిల్ కి ఎలా తీసుకున్నాం మెయిల్ ట్రాప్ లో సర్వర్ లో యాక్సెస్, సేమ్ వే వీ టేకెన్ ద సర్వర్, ఐ మీన్ సర్వర్ యాక్సెస్ ఫర్ సోలెస్ ఆల్సో, దట్స్ ఆల్.
okay, okay, sir.
ఓకేనా?
Yes, sir.
ఓకే ఓకే సార్, ఓకే శ్రీనాథ్.
Okay, sir.
యా యా. So any other queries? So practice చేయండి, no issue. We'll take a 15 to 30 minutes tomorrow class for a questions on advanced event mesh. No issue. If you are stuck anywhere, I will help you where you stuck. Okay now. Okay, Chindra. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone. We'll connect tomorrow. Same. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Chandra. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.